Jim Tomey Day here in Cleveland. Rhythm and Rhyme, the group performing our national anthem, and we welcome you back to Cleveland for Game 2 of this 3-game set as the Orioles and the Indians get set to go. Great ball game last night. Indians won it 2-1. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne. Welcome. Great to have you with us. Crowd already with a great ceremony here for the last half hour. Jim Tomey, his whole family, everybody on hand, former players, managers, and, of course, a great crowd here to greet the newest member of the Hall of Fame. Tomey recognized here with his number being retired. We'll have a chance to show you that and talk a bit about it during the ball game. For the Orioles, the hope that maybe they can get a couple more runs than they had last night, come away with a win. What they did do last night, and it has been a problem all year, is play some outstanding defense. And it started early in the ball game. Orioles really helping out both their starter and bullpen last night. This one, Alonso grounding into the double play, ending the first inning after 2 runs had already scored. And then Lindor would ground into the double play, 3rd inning. There had been a leadoff single. That one took care of that. And Lindor had one of those nights. 5th inning. Ooh, that's a call at first base where he thought he had a base hit. Orioles challenge ruling was he was out. Elke Cabrera. This is a big first out. VR had a big night at second base. His defense, plays like this, really helped hold down the Cleveland Indian offense. And then this is Joey Rickard in right field. Think you're going to stretch one on him? Lindor, all kinds of problems on the base pass, gets thrown out on a great throw made by Joey Rickard. Mike Bordy, good night last night for the defense. Just couldn't quite get that couple of extra runs they needed to win.
Yeah, impressive defensive performance last night. And all year long, really, defensively, it's been a struggle for this team. Way too many extra opportunities. 81 errors they've made this year. 13th in the American League. A far cry from what they did back in 2013 when it was a record-setting defensive team with only 51 errors all season long. So, you know, giving teams extra opportunities, Buck Showalter, Bobby Dickerson, Wayne Kirby, the whole coaching staff really putting the message forward to this group of kids that are getting this incredible opportunity right now the last couple months. You better step it up. You better start playing better baseball because it's all about trust at the major league level. If the manager doesn't trust you defensively on the field, you will not be in there. Period. And way too many extra chances here this season. You see the win-loss records by the pitchers. I mean, it isn't helping anybody. The inability to catch the ball and stay consistent. Last night, one of their better defensive games. I mean, really some gems last night. VR showing his athleticism. Rickard's been solid and really somebody to look at, I think, defensively and offensively for this team. And that's what it's going to take. You know, the detail of the ball game. Making outs, and big plays when you need to.
And the Orioles making continual changes. One thing today, there are no changes on the roster, which is in and of itself an amazing story. The other is they get their rookie center fielder as Cedric Mullins led off for the first time in a ball game last night. He'll be there again tonight. And the hope with Alex Cobb on the mound that what they've seen over the last half dozen starts is going to hold true today.
Boy, Alex Cobb has been solid here, just whipping off the quality starts, 4 in a row. And how about back-to-back 7-inning starts, giving up 1 run? The split finger, really the key to his success. He's got 3 quality pitches now, able to keep hitters off balance and roll over the ground balls. And it's a plus that the defense is starting to step up.
All right, we'll see whether or not he can do that again today as we get set to go. It is a day game. Anything that starts before 5 o'clock in Major League Baseball is just that. Those folks lined up early to get the Jim Tomey jerseys handed out today. Orioles baseball on Manfred, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide, that's transparency. And by WB Mason. Who has the name brand products you love at amazingly low prices? Who but WB Mason, the official office product supplier of the Baltimore Orioles. Our game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. It is a glorious 78 degrees. Lots of blue sky, a little breeze right to left to start the ball game. Starting lineup for the Orioles brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide, that's transparency. Mullins, Villar, Mancini, Trumbo, Davis, Nunez, Beckham. Gentry has started and wins behind the plate. Big month for Mark Trumbo here in August. And we are ready to go in game number 2. As we will see, if you will, substitute pitcher called up doing the work here with one of their starters on the DL.
Yeah, Adam Pletko, take a look at his pitch arsenal, the four-seam fastball. That's what it's all about, really. Great command through the minor leagues. Had opportunities here this year as well.
In the air to right field. That wind's going to blow that one in a little bit. It's coming in from right field now. And Cedric Mullins is retired on 2 pitches.
Yeah, Pletko, you know, he's had some pretty good numbers, really good numbers in the minor leagues, giving him some opportunities to make some spot starts. You see, this is his 10th game, 7th start for the Indians, but hasn't made a start since the end of June. 4.75 earned run average, opponents hitting .258. Lefties way up to .324, but man, is he controlling the righties. Only a .200 batting average. Pretty impressive stuff. Has given up the 11 home runs, though. He's a command pitcher. He's got all 4. Righties are going to see fastball, slider. Lefties are going to see everything.
26 years old out of UCLA, where he played college ball, and it will be foul back. Yeah, at the plate, had an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night as the Orioles lost it 2-1. They were out hit 6-4 in the ball game. Carlos Carrasco had a great start. No runs, 3 hits through 7 innings. Bullpen gave up 1, but held on for 2 runs scored in the first inning that held up for the Indians. Speed delivery will be taken up and away. For this right-hander recalled from AAA Columbus, Tyler Olson, a left-hander. Olson was sent down to make room on the roster for Pletko. And the pitch will miss down low for a ball.
And of course, Pletko in. He goes Bauer on the disabled list with that broken fibula, and they're saying 4 to 6 weeks for him. So this could be a great opportunity here for Adam Pletko.
He certainly made enough trips back and forth. That'll be foul back. I hope he got fine remuneration for days in which he traveled, maybe picking up a little bit of the dollars on the side for food. He's 6th stint with Cleveland this season. 9 games, 6 as a starter, 4-2. That 4.74 ERA that we showed you. And the off-speed delivery will be taken up high. At least at AAA, he was tough on the right-handers, hitting only 157. But the left-handers can do a number on him. Here at the major league level, left-handers are hitting .324 against him this year, and the right-handers 200. And a fastball just pumped down the middle of the plate on that one and foul back.
Yeah, pretty straight fastball as well, not overpowering. Really works in the low 90s with the heater, and just depends on command. Really is the key. He's going to be working the edges. Strike one so important for Pletko, and then he'll start trying to get some hitters over aggressive, expand the zone.
And he got him to go around on that one, no question, and a strikeout, and there are 2 down.
Driving the 91-mile-an-hour fastball downhill, a borderline pitch rate here, and Villar getting tied up a little in between. You see the check swing, but well past the front of home plate, breaking the wrist for strike 3.
So 2 down, nobody on, and that will bring up Trey Mancini. Mancini, along with Trumbo, having a fine second half of the season, and particularly in the month of August. Trey on a foul tip at the plate.
Take a look at the Indians defense behind Pletko. Brantley, Allen, and Cabrera in the Indians outfield. Lindor and Kipnis started 2 up the middle with Ramirez and Alonso on the corners. Gomes doing the catching this afternoon.
Mancini hitting .305 in August. He has led the Orioles in hits this month with 18. That one in the air towards right center field. Again, that wind is going to push it back a little bit. Allen will move over to get it, and a real good start. Pletko sets the side down in order. We'll look at the numbers on the Orioles starter, Alex Cobb, coming up. Indians on the season. Here's the lineup that Cobb will face for Cleveland. It'll be Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez, Diaz, Alonso, Cabrera, Kipnis, Gomes, and Allen. For Allen, a career-high 10-game hit streak starting in center for Cleveland.
And let's take a look at Alex Cobb's pitch arsenal this season. He's got 3 pitches, and now they're all working. They're all quality, and Cobb has whipped off 4 straight quality starts. Yeah, back on his game when he was a dominant right-hander in the American League East. All the numbers starting to come down drastically. That earned run average, boy, does it come down a lot. Only 5.31 right now. Problem is a little frustrating looking at that 3-15 win-loss record. He has had some problems, though. 19 home runs given up, and opponents still a lofty overall batting average.
And Lindor will lead it off against him. And he will take the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Switch hitter was 1 for 4. Lifetime against Cobb, same number that he had in the ball game last night, going 1 for 4 against the Orioles. Lindor with the defense shifted a bit, but not all the way around. He will bunt for a base hit. It will go foul. He had Nunez playing back a little bit and over towards the shortstop position, so third base was open if he could have gotten that in the fair territory.
Yeah, you know what? I think he did that because Kenny Lofton is in the house. The Indians' great center fielder here to honor Hall of Famer Jim Thome, and one of the better bunters I've ever seen in the game, Kenny Lofton, and that was very similar to what he used to do. Show it real late and just drop it down that third base line.
Head on the count now 0-2. Cobb's delivery will miss outside. Alex has not pitched against the Indians this year. Lifetime Cobb is 3-2 lifetime against them. Last 6 games ERA of 2.17. He has been on, and he starts out that way right here.
Split finger from Alex Cobb. It's got much better. The depth of the pitch, it's not breaking until the very end. Got good late movement. He's able to command it much better. And how about that pitch, that movement working down and away, looking like the fastball out of the hand, and just spotting up. Great location with the 2-strike pitch.
And that'll bring Brantley up. Brantley's got a 6-game hit streak coming in. He continued it with a 1 for 2 in the ball game last night. Brantley will ground that to first base. Davis will get a big hop. He will go to the bag himself, and a pitch and an out on Brantley.
Nice play right there by Chris Davis, getting an angle on that baseball, and he's joined by the rest of the Oriole defense. Mancini, Mullins, and Gentry in the O's outfield. Beckham and VR up the middle. Nunez over at third base, and Austin Wynns, the red-hot Austin Wynns, doing the catching. An 8-game hit streak coming into today.
That'll bring Ramirez up to the plate. Ramirez tying for the home run lead in the American League, getting the 2-run homer in the ball game last night. Cobb's delivery to him will be taken for a strike. That home run came in the first inning, and that was all that they were going to need as they came away with a 2-1 win. Strike on the outside corner. And Cobb looks very much like he did in the last ball game, and that's on the money. Throwing very easily and cutting that strike zone, slicing away at it here in the first 3 hitters. Cobb's delivery, ground ball down to first base. Sinker's working early. Flip will be made. Cobb to cover, and both pitches start out like a house afire. Set the opponents down 1-2-3. No score after 1. From Silver Spring, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Home Run Rich's Scratch House, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/home run. And Ruth, good luck for the Orioles. They have hit 3 home runs so far in the 5 games this year against Cleveland. Have been out-homered by the Indians 7-3 and outscored by the Indians 16-8 in the 4 games that have been played so far. Mark Trumbo ready to go and will stand in. We're talking about the big numbers here in August, hitting .327 in August. He leads the team with 5 home runs this month. He and Mancini have had the hottest bats on the month, along with Nunez. Renato Nunez, the Orioles third baseman, doesn't have as many at bats as some, but hitting .333 this month. Yeah, that's a big month.
Yeah, sure is.
He's really turned it on. 0-1 delivery on the way, and Mark with the bad knee will take the pitch outside. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, Trumbo doing this damage here in the month of August with the bad wheel, and been struggling through. Got a shot the other day, but I guess it's not going to make it any worse. So Trumbo sucking it up, limping around in yesterday's ball game. You'd think there would be a problem with some weight transfer, but he's been seeing the ball so well, and he's been so quiet in the box. It actually might even help him get a little quieter in there. He was so direct last night, smoking a line drive through the 5-6 hole.
2-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be put up in the air, right side, foul territory. Alonso going over, has room. Wind will again blow that back towards the plate a little bit. So a foul ball out, handed by Alonso at first base, and 1 away. The Indians on a 6-game win streak coming into this ball game. They've won 10 of the last 11 against the Orioles, and they are season high 19 games above 500 for Terry Francona's ball club. They've now won 70. They're on their way to a division title and the postseason. 1 down, nobody on. Here is Chris Davis. Chris last night ended up with a 1 for 4. That continued the hit streak for him. He's now had a hit in each of the last 3 ball games. He's also hit safely 4 of the last 5 against the Indians. And he'll chop on top of that one down the line foul.
Actually beat the shift last night. A little curveball that kind of fooled him, but he stayed on it. He didn't give up on the pitch, and actually took it right out of the catcher's glove's mitt, slapped it down the left field line. And sometimes that's what it takes. Fall behind, get 2 strikes. You just got to get into that battle mode. Davis did last night, and he is slowly but surely starting to make more consistent contact.
Chris's best batting average this year is against the Indians. Now it's limited at bats, only 19, but he is hitting .263 against Cleveland, and that's the best average he's had against any opponent this season. Shift fully on here against him. He'll poop that one up behind second base, and that's where it will be brought in. Well, into there, Davis is retired, and there are 2 down. And that'll bring to the plate the red hot Nunez.
Well, I'll tell you what, a big reason why he's so hot, he's seeing the ball well. And leading rookies, most walks in a 7-game span. How about this? It's 1954. There's Nunez at the top of the list with his 9 walks. You're really quieting himself down. How about on the bottom? Just 4 walks in his first 72 plate appearances. And here, just whipping out 9 walks in 7 games. So just seeing the ball well, not in any rush right now. I think he's starting to realize he's got a great opportunity, and he doesn't have to be in the rush to take advantage of it. Starting to settle down at third base as well. Incredible offensive numbers in the minor leagues. Already got some big league experience. Broke in at 22 years old with the A's. So really, he is right on the edge of breaking in and staying at the big leagues.
Letko's delivery to him. Problem was he couldn't take a walk. A report by Ben Hansford, written in Camden Chat. His minor league coach Eric Martins, the hitting coach at Nashville, said he had no plate discipline and an inability to work walks consistently. He has turned that 180 degrees around. He came into pro baseball because of power. 19 home runs rookie year. Then he hit 33, 25, 27, and 29 home runs in the minors. But that is not going to be his game at the major league level. He's got to be on base more, and that's exactly what he's doing. Fouled off down the right side. He's had 9 walks, 7 games. And before that, he had 4 walks in 72 plate appearances with other teams before he joined the Orioles. So it has really sunk in that he's got to change the game a little bit, and he's doing it.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think collectively as an offense, obviously the numbers don't lie. They have been much better, and I think there's a carryover, a little passing the
That's a fair ball. It's going to roll into foul territory. Nunez will make the turn. He will head at second base with a double. That went right over the bag. Ramirez had one chance at it and didn't get a good hop on it, and as a result, it's a double for Renato Nunez.
There you go, 10th double of the year. Take a look. Ramirez down there on the line, and that final hop just kicks past him. A little extra spin there. And Ramirez probably could have taken a deeper angle on that ball, but very lateral move, and gets an in-between hop that credits Nunez.
How about that? He's got 18 hits. Nunez does in August, so he has now tied Trey Mancini for the most Oriole hits in the month of August at 18. And the Orioles get a chance to get on the board. That'll bring up Tim Beckham. Beckham a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night. Runner at second. There are 2 down, and the pitch will be taken outside. Orioles went 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position in the ball game last night, at least at the minor league level. For Pletko, the Cleveland starter, he was outstanding in these situations this year at the minors, as he held opponents to under 175 with runners in scoring position. Strike on the inside corner to him, 1-1.
Yeah, his numbers were incredible in the minor leagues. Had 14 starts, 7 wins with a 1.70 earned run average in AAA Columbus. So, you know, getting it done down there, and obviously a little tougher at the major league level. But we talk all the time, if you can command your fastball, you're going to have some success. So now it's just a matter of getting used to this level and how you're going to cut through a lineup.
He had him out in front of that one. Ball taken to left center field. Long hang time on it. Brantley's there to put it away. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Ramirez tied for the lead in home runs will be coming up. In game 2 of this 3-game set.
And Alex Cobb starting to get on a little roll post All-Star break, and really in his career better second half pitcher, but this pre-All-Star break this season, it was kind of a tough one for Cobb. Actually coming off Tommy John surgery a couple years ago. Needed to settle in, did not get a full spring training. It looked like he used the first 2 months kind of settle back in. See that elevated earned run average at 6.41. But see on the bottom, 9 hits allowed on 184 split changeups since the All-Star break. That's been the key really to his success. He's been waiting over a year and a half for that splitty to come back. It has, and it kind of gets him right back to where he was. He was a dominant right-hander in the American League East.
Here is Diaz, and he'll go after the first pitch, take it to right field. More of a line drive than a fly ball, and Gentry is getting a start out there, puts it away. 1 pitch and an out. Orioles are going to be hosting the Yankees 24th through the 26th. Each game, fans are encouraged to bring in non-perishable food items and cash donations to the park. It'll benefit the Maryland Food Bank, part of the 32nd annual Orioles Reach Food and Funds Drive, presented by Masson, WJZ TV, and Pompeian Olive Oil. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. BALATCLE.com. Always a great turnout in those games by fans with food items and cash. We hope you'll take part in that again with the Yankees coming in. Here's Yonder Alonso. Alonso an 0 for 5 lifetime off Cobb, and he had an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Alonso will take the pitch, strike on the inside corner. A lot of lefties in the lineup with their natural left-handers and switch hitters. Hasn't mattered much to Cobb on the year. 296 lefties, 300 by the right-handers against him. Overhand pitch will be chopped to second base. They are up with it. Plenty of time to set, make the play, and 2 down.
I know we've talked a lot about Cobb's split finger really being the difference maker, but you know, he didn't even have fastball command for the first couple months of the season, so it was an overall struggle. I mean, he was just trying to get a good feel for all of his pitches, get a repeatable delivery, and you made note of it right in the first inning. First couple pitches, it just seemed like a smooth, confident, easy delivery. Just kind of letting it come out of his hand, free and easy. That's what you like to see. Not a lot of effort, but quality execution.
And the pitch will be taken for a strike on the inside corner. Dougie Cabrera switch hitter, and an 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. Couple of quick outs here. 0-1 delivery on the way to him. He will take the pitch down and away. And our StatCast AI, powered by AWS.
Take a look at the Oriole defense hitting into this shift. A little bit of bigger numbers up the middle. So VR and Beckham pinch in the middle a little bit, take away potential hits.
Cabrera has seen Cobb more than anyone else in this lineup in at bats. He's 4 for 12 with a homer off Alex in his career. Switch hitter batting from the left side this year. 2 of the 3 home runs he's hit. Better average the other way. 344 right-handed and 233 left. Cobb's pitch, and that'll be chopped on. Boy, that sinker's, they are right on top of it. Throw made close. They will get the out. Oh, yeah, he can still fly down the line. They'll out recorded, and 6 in a row set down by Cobb.
No, another strong performance, and he's been heating up since the All-Star break, actually since coming off the disabled list. You see the rotations numbers. They've had some impressive arms. Obviously, Corey Kluber, Cy Young winner, but it's Bauer who's on the disabled list right now. That was one of their best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the American League, to help support these numbers. He won't be back for 4 to 6 weeks, but Clevenger, who we're going to see tomorrow, has really stepped up and stabilized the rotation in Bauer's absence. There's a look at him right there, and of course they're counting on Pletko, a young arm, getting the start today.
And Gentry gets a start for the Orioles. He is out there in right field. This is the 16th start Gentry has had in right this year. Just came off the DL yesterday, taking Adam Jones' spot on the roster, and goes to short. Everybody's got a booking, obviously, for a restaurant tonight. We got a lot of first ball hitting going on. 1 down here in the 3rd inning. We hope you will join fellow students, alumni, and supporters. University nights at Oriole Park. Fans purchasing university ticket packages receive the unique Orioles cap featuring the participating school's colors and logo. Caps are limited, so be sure to reserve your seats now. Go to Orioles.com/university. Gentry retired, one down. Letko gets another hot hitter. Hasn't had the opportunities many of the regulars have had, but boy, what a month. He's 7 for 18 in August.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of every chance he gets. 8-game hit streak going right now. 423 with a couple home runs, 7 RBIs. He's got 7 runs scored as well. Austin Wins really swinging it right now and playing some solid defense as well.
Wins has kind of turned it around in the Orioles thinking for the moment about what are they going to do next year behind the plate. Who's going to catch? You can go all right around the team for that matter and talk about who's going to play next year, because there are a lot of non-answers. Some of the answers you're not going to like very much.
Right.
Wins, though, is supposedly 3rd on the list. I mean, the Caleb Joseph, Chance Sisco was supposed to be the one who would be here doing the backup, getting his major league experience. Injuries and non-performance hurt Sisco's opportunities, and Wins is taking advantage of it. He'll get the walk with 1 down. And the Orioles get a base runner and turn the order over.
Well, I've been impressed with his at-bats. You know, once you get over the nerves and then you start working towards just helping your team win, which Austin Wins is doing right now. I mean, he's learning his pitching staff. His at-bats have been exceptional, and big reason why he's got that 8-game hitting streak and a nice base on balls right there.
And that'll bring Cedric Mullins up. And that'll bring Ramirez in at 3rd base, in about 3 steps on the grass already. And he does bunt. It's going to be nobody at first. That's going to be a base hit. That's exactly why you do that. He put it down to first. Alonso, they did not have a wheel on, meaning the second baseman was not automatically breaking to first. That's a defensive breakdown.
Absolutely. And this is a perfect bunt here for Mullins. You try to cause confusion right there. And with Alonso breaking so early to come in and get this bunt, the pitcher and him, they're about ready to collide. A little late covering second base for Kipnis right there. And nice job by Mullins putting the pressure on the defense.
So the Orioles get another shot. Runners on at first and second base. Mullins picks up the bunt single. And in his career, you'll probably see a few of those. He can lay the ball down and he can get to first base in a hurry. So here as Villar gets the opportunity. Villar has struck out his first time up. Runners on at first and second base. Scoreless ball game. Orioles pick up their second hit of the game. Villar's gone 238 with runners in scoring position this year. Letko's breaking ball just going to miss a little bit down low. So the Orioles had a chance in the second. Runner at second, 2 down, could not score. Now runners at first and second, 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Letko with a 1-1. Right-hander tries the fastball, will get the outside corner.
Spotting it up pretty good right there to get himself right back into the count. The go-to pitch down and away with the heater, and he's very good at it. Overpowering, only 90 miles an hour with the location perfect.
Looking for a ground ball in the infield. They would like to get a couple here with 1 down. And that one a good stop made as Gomes had to block that, prevent those runners from moving up. Letko has had 1 wild pitch on the year in the 41 innings he has worked at the major league level. Gets saved by his catcher on that one. First appearance for this right-hander against the Orioles in his career. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Runners off first and second base, and that pitch is going to miss down low. And Letko clearly trying to fine-tune these pitches and finesse it, for the reason Mike said, without the overpowering pitch. So he needs calls. Right now he's not close enough to get them.
Yeah, working the perimeter right now, and the Orioles staying patient.
Mancini's on deck. 3-2, 1 away. Letko's pitch, and he got it way back in right field. The wind's not going to knock this one down. Goodbye, home run. A 3 RBI shot, and off the bat, you just knew it. He was waiting for that pitch, got it right where he wanted it. Home run. Woo, good for 3, and it is his 3rd home run of the season.
Beautiful swing right there. Knocked one onto Utah Street on the last homestand, and it looked like he had done it before. Big time pop, and like you said, cutting the wind. That flag's stiff out there in center field, and He made it look easy.
So the Orioles get a big blow here in the third inning and take the 3-0 lead on the long ball. He got all of that one, and the pitch taken for a strike by Mancini.
Let's take a look at the VR home run. 3-2 count. A nice AB working the count, and he gets an elevated fastball up and out over. Pitchers loving that. Put some marks on the board. How about a crooked number?
That ball in the air to right field. Wind will blow this one back a little bit. And Cabrera's there to put it away, and Mancini is retired. Now you saw the total of 9 home runs on the year. 6 of those have come with the 3 of those rather have come with the Orioles. So with the Orioles, he's got the 3 home runs and 9 RBIs overall in the year. The 9 home runs, 25 RBIs. And the Orioles on top with 2 down, nobody on. That'll bring Mark Trumbo up. Trumbo popped out his first time up. So VR finding the long ball bat at home and taking it on the road with him here to Cleveland. And a 1-0 count. It's a problem for Pletka, the home runs this year. He hasn't pitched that much, and he's already surrendered 12 home runs. 8 of those hit by left-handers. It's a lot of home runs, 12 home runs in 45 innings pitched.
It sure is. Yeah, balls flying this year. Mistakes are getting hit a long way. And Pletka, it's all about the command with him, control and command. And if he leaves too many pitches on the dish, they're going to get whacked.
2-0 delivery on the way, and that'll be taken for a strike. So Mark Trumbo trying to keep the inning going, and again a walk picked up here to help this inning out. That's what Wynn's got, and he came around to score after Mullins got the bunt single. 2-1 pitch on the way, a foul back. Take a look at our Miller Live Casino inside the numbers.
Yeah, how about Major League rookies here? Lowest opponent on base percentage versus righties this season, and there's Pletka, 207. He's holding righties down coming into this ballgame to just a 200 batting average, and only gave up 1 walk in 85 ABs coming into today. Well, how about this inning getting started with a walk by Austin Wynns? So important, and of course the bunt, and then the 3-run bomb.
Wouldn't call it a manufactured inning because of the home run. However, it's something the Orioles have obviously not done a lot of in the course of the year. 1, the walks, which they haven't had many of, and 2, bunting for a base hit, virtually unheard of this year.
Absolutely. Well, get base runners on, period. You know, those extra opportunities, and the Orioles continue to be the lowest in the game, if not the lowest.
And he'll get him. So the strikeout is the second for Pletka, but for the Orioles, big blow, and picked up by VR as he delivers 9 on the season, 3 with the Orioles, and a 3-0 lead. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. And by Visit Annapolis. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. So the folks out on the patios, al fresco, and a good day to do it. A lot of sunshine, 78 degrees. Breeze here in Cleveland. Kick the ball in the yard a little bit, but not on BR. Toby, see the number up there in that unveiled today during the big ceremonies here for the recently inducted Hall of Famer. Number 25 retired today. Up there with Boudreau, Averill, Lemon, Doby, Robinson. And he's added to the list. A great ceremony here at Cleveland.
Yeah.
Pitch will be taken for a strike by Kipnis.
That was pretty nice that Hall of Famer Jim Thome came in and talked with us last night. But to watch his face when his number and name were unveiled out there.
That'll go to left, and Trey Mancini will move in and put it away, and one down.
Nice play right there by Boom Boom, but Jim Thome showing the emotions when his number and name unveiled this afternoon. A great crowd here. Of course, Jim Thome meant so much to this Cleveland Indians fan base, but all of baseball, I think, really respecting Jim Thome.
Now in Chicago, working in the front office. One down, Cobb will face Gomes. 7 in a row retired. Gomes 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. He will take the pitch down low for a ball. This Cleveland Ball Club is beaten up on clubs playing under 500. They are 51 and 26 against teams that are under 500. And as we talked about last night, incredibly, they've got only 7 games left this year against teams above 500, and that's the Red Sox. They haven't played Boston yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, yeah, the Indians are set up pretty well. Obviously, going down the stretch here to get into the postseason.
Swing and a miss. Cobb really fooled him on that one.
And I think the Central off a little bit this year. I think more people expected the Twins to do a little bit more in this division, put some pressure on this Indians team, and they started really slow this year, but then the division just could never get going, and the Indians took off.
You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and looking at the numbers this year, the teams with the best records against ball clubs under 500, the 51 wins is the most by anybody under Terry Francona's tutelage here. The other teams are the A's, the Red Sox, the Astros, the Yankees. They are the top 5 teams win percentages against teams playing below 500. And you'll note one thing in common about all of them: postseason.
Right.
Close or at hand. Cobb with a breaking ball outside. Gomes with a 2-ball 2-strike count. Allen waiting on deck.
Well, and of course, what helps the Indians too, just everybody in their division under 500.
Yeah.
So you play so many games against your own division, and they're just taking full advantage of that. I mean, 37 and 17 in the Central.
Yep. Only the Red Sox have a better intra-division record this year than does Cleveland. And the Red Sox, of course, galloping away with one of the great seasons of all time in baseball. Gomes able to foul it off, keep the at-bat alive, and a 2-ball 2-strike count. Yankees and Red Sox both winning their ball games yesterday. 10.5 lead for the Red Sox over New York. In the air to center. Cedric Mullins, few steps back, and Gomes is retired. Couple of fly ball outs. Speaking of those Oakland A's, what a win they had last night. Comeback win, 10th inning. They visit Orioles Park September 11th through 13. On Thursday, September 13th, all fans receive an Orioles This Is Birdland t-shirt. For tickets, Orioles.com. Listening to the ball game last night after hours, West Coast game, and Oakland announcers who I love so dearly. Ken was on last night, and Karsh, and they were really down. They tied the ball game up late and then lost the lead 3-2, only to come back and win it on a walk-off home run by Olson in the 10th inning. And they were excited. They're generating some real energy out there in Oakland.
That was a playoff type game, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh,
yep.
cow.
You could hear it on the radio from the fans. So they've cut into that lead. Houston, maybe the surprise team on the negative side right now, having a great year, still in first place, but suddenly it's turned into a struggle. Another one that's going to go into right center field, and again with that great speed, Mullins makes it look easy. 3 fly ball outs, 9 in a row, retired by Cobb. Mobile. Just a great ceremony, wasn't it?
It really was. Yeah, and he took a home run trot around the bases with his son. There's his name and number up there on the wall. And of course, there was a Baltimore tie. He came over and helped the Orioles in into the postseason back in 2012. A little acknowledgement right there with Buck Showalter, but of course Mike Hargrove, and he managed the Orioles. So
yep. Great group. And swing and a miss taken by Davis. The Orioles were all out for the ceremony half hour before game time, on the bench watching. And Jim Thome, appreciative of that, gave them a salute after his speech to the crowd. Chris popped out his first time up, and that one will be foul back. We go to the fourth inning. Pitcher dominated. Big home run. Villar got it. Good for 3 in the third inning. A walk and 2 strikeouts for Pletko, their substitute pitcher in this ball game. The injury, and you can see how much it matters. Bauer out of there. Pletko, an up and down pitcher with AAA, nowhere near what you see out of the general starters. Don't mean that negatively towards him, but if he was as good as they were, he'd be here pitching, and he isn't. Over the last 21 games coming into this, the Cleveland starters were 11 and 2 with a 1.99 ERA over 21 games. Their starting rotation has been outstanding.
Yeah, Bauer was he was rolling right along.
Got him.
And I think he may have been a perennial or potential Cy Young candidate with the numbers he'd been putting up before the broken leg. Take a look at the big breaking ball. 12-6 over the top hook, and Davis well out in front. He had to make an adjustment getting out of the box. Looked like he reached for the hip or the side a little bit on the end.
Renato Nunez. He delivered a double, was stranded first time up. He will take the first pitch for a strike. Nunez 0 for 3 this year against Cleveland prior to the pickup of that double in his first at bat in this ball game. And you see him doing what we talked about, the patience, taking pitches, not going after a pitcher's pitch, resulting in the on base percentage jumping significantly. 1-1, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down and away at just 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, just a slow hook, only 80 miles an hour. So Nunez getting a good look at it, and then he's exploding towards the baseball. He didn't put the brakes on, using it like a changeup right there.
1 ball, 2 strike count. That goes delivery over the top, follows that up with heat at 91.
Yeah, slow hook to really slow him down, and then he hits his spot on that inner third. 91 mile an hour fastball, probably looked like a 101 mile an hour heater. Getting past Nunez, you see him trying to protect there with the 2 strikes, but a little too much on that fastball.
Let go through a no-hitter, rather a AAA ball at Syracuse June 2. He allowed only 1 base runner, 9 innings, retired the first 25 batters that he faced in that ball game. So he's had really good numbers at AAA. Breaking ball will be taken outside. 2 down, nobody on. Beckham. He flied out to left field his first time to the plate. Orioles trying to set up a rubber match for the Sunday game tomorrow. Foul back. Be on the air at 12:30 with those extra 1 o'clock ball game. It'll be on Masson. Jeffrey Ramirez will go against Mike Clevenger. Clevenger a part of that starting rotation, 8 and 7 on the year. Ramirez 1 and 4 for the Orioles, and the Orioles will continue the road trip in Toronto. 1-1. Beckham will take it. Strike to him again, throttling back to 80 degrees with a little wrinkle on it.
Beckham not liking the call right there. He might have pushed away on that outside corner, but Pletko taking full advantage now of this count. Beckham's got to get into that prevent mode.
One ball, 2-strike count on him. And again, tries to off speed Beckham with a pitch this time that's outside. Tim with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Beckham's had pretty good luck in this ballpark. He's a .296 lifetime hitter here at Progressive Field. A couple of home runs. In fact, the only 2 runs he has, home runs he has in his career against the Indians, have been hit here in Cleveland. It's a big ballpark, but fair to hitters. Ball will travel here. A lot of room in the power alleys. Down to third, and that's going to be fouled off.
Yeah, a little tougher today, though, with that flag out there in right center field. And I saw VR really had to get into one to knock it out of here for the 3-run shot. There you see. Going about straight in. A little tougher. Sometimes that wind can play some tricks with an offensive player as they try to get it through there. Do a little too much.
Orioles up 3-0 in the ball game, and a 3-2. In the air again, center field. Allen cruises over and will put it away in a 1-2-3 inning to go to the bottom half of the 4th here in Cleveland. Orioles up. Baseball trying to overtake the World Series champion Astros for the division lead this weekend. 4-3. They won it 10 innings yesterday, cutting the lead to 1 game. The Astros lost for the first time in 7 games played in Oakland this season. Seattle, Mariners using 3 starters against the Dodgers, who started the season in the minors in LeBlanc, Ramirez, and Elias. Seattle is 4.5 out in the American League West, 3 out in the wild card race. They had a big surge about 3 weeks ago, and now kind of fallen back.
Yeah, well, with the Athletics playing as well as they have, they're going to push them down a little bit. Should be exciting, though, down the stretch.
Dodgers just crunched Seattle in the ball game last night. That ball is towards the middle. VR, can he do it again? Big throw, but not in time. Boy, he has played some spectacular second base first 2 games of this series.
Yeah, he sure has, and he got Lindor, I think, in last night. Very similar play, bang play that was reviewed, but here VR getting a little mustard on that one. But I think Lindor realizing what he's up against, so he turns on the Jets. Another bang play there. Looks like Lindor beat that one out.
So there's the first hit for the Indians as they get the single. Remember, VR is really a shortstop. That's how he came up. That's where he's played most of his time. So second base position, he's still learning a little bit, and boy, he's played it well. All right, let's see how the Indians' Terry Francona plays this. You got Brantley up, grounded out. Cobb will make the throw over. Tough to steal against Cobb. Only 3 out of 8 have been successful with Alex on the mound this year. Wins has thrown out 5 of 13 behind the plate. Lindor's got speed over there. Brantley standing in, left-handed hitter. Brantley will take it for a strike.
Yeah, Brantley, one of the most patient hitters in the game right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tito just lets him swing away. Got the big hole opened up with Lindor at first base, and you see the big numbers there, hitting 300.
Brantley's got a 6-game hit streak coming into this ball game. 0-1, Cobb along, high hold, runner not going, and the pitch will be outside. Lindor has stolen 19 out of 26. So he is a threat, and he's taking a long look over at third base as Sandy Alomar Jr. standing right next to him, the first base coach. Mike Sarbaugh relays the signs from the third base coach's box. Cobb again holding him. Again the throw over. Take a look at our Coons League leaderboard, talking about the guys who fly. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
Yeah, the Indians, a lot of base stealers. Lindor, one of them. Got caught stealing a few times, though, so not the best percentage. But their third baseman can really steal them as well. Ramirez. How about Allen down at the bottom? Already 10 stolen bases.
Runner not going. Brantley goes the other way. Mancini. Trey will haul that one in for the out, and Lindor will head back to first base. One down. Fourth inning of Orioles baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. So one away, and Cobb will work to Ramirez. Ramirez went after the first pitch he saw in the first at bat and ended up grounding out. Lindor, good lead over there at first, and Cobb will continue to keep an eye on him.
Keep checking him, slow him down a little bit, get in his head. I know you're thinking about him. Don't want to give up a free stolen base. I think once he stops thinking about him, that's when he's going to take off.
Jose Ramirez waiting with one down. Runner not going. Ground ball down to first. Davis has got it. There's one relay by Beckham, and they turn the double play. And the sinker working for Cobb, and a leadoff single is for naught. Only 3 faced here in the fourth. Orioles up 3-0. Time to act then today. PNC make today the day.
Well, good news. Austin Hayes starting to heal up. Yeah, tough year physically. Got hurt in spring training with a shoulder problem, then had an ankle problem. In the last 8 games, his bat starting to come alive. 364, 6 extra base hits, 11 stakes with 6 runs. He is the Orioles' 4th ranked prospect in the system here. But how about last night? 4 for 4 with a home run, a couple doubles, 3 RBI, 3 runs scored. Had a taste of the big leagues last year after a monster minor league season. Pounding out 32 home runs. So he's itching to get back up here. Hopefully a September call up for the O's.
Certainly would expect that. And for fans thinking about the future for the Orioles, where do you put him?
Right.
Here is Craig Gentry. Gentry will go after the first pitch left field. It'll stay up. Brantley right there puts it away. A pitch and an out.
Well, you know, we talked about the defense, kind of highlighting them at the beginning of this ball game, and here another big defensive play. Watch Davis step up, actually creating a lane right there. Not a lot better than a 3-6-3 double play, and great timing. Cobb getting the ground balls, and the Orioles defense doing the work.
Orioles maintaining the 3-0 lead. 3-3-0 for the Orioles. 0-1-0 for the Indians. Only hits Lindor's single in the fourth inning, and Cobb has faced the minimum number of hitters through 4 because of the double play. Here is Wins, who drew the big walk. That came in the third inning, came around to score on the VR home run for the Orioles. Outfield pretty much straight away on him, and the pitch will be taken outside for a ball. Orioles, of course, have used the home run throughout the time. The Buck Showalter has been their manager. It has been the primary goal. Not a lot new there for the franchise history with Earl Weaver and the big 3-run homer discussion. But this year there hasn't been much else to go along with it, and that is hurt. Orioles on base percentage continues second lowest in the league, and the home runs have been surrendered, a lot of them. So even though they're 9th in home runs hit, it has not equated to W's this year for the Orioles. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Wins. Infield will back up deep with Kipnis and Lindor second and short on the outfield grass. In the air to right. Wind again blowing the ball in a little bit. Cabrera will get underneath it. Couple of fly ball outs here, and there are 2 down. Pitchers dominating right now. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes. That's contributes, sports fans. $50 supporting the Leukemia Lymphoma Society Light the Night Walk. 339 walks, $16,950. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Mullins a base hit, run scored. He had a bunt for a single first time up, and he will take the pitch for a strike. He will be joining us tomorrow as part of our open for the broadcast for Game 3 of this series. We'll have a chance to talk with him about how things are going here at the major league level. That'll go to first base. Alonso was playing in, backed up a little bit. Orioles are retired in order. They lead at 3-0. On our East Winds page, the Yankees today defeated the Blue Jays 11-6. They've now won 9 of the last 13. Stanton has been on a tear. E.D. Gregorius, Andujar, Bird, they've all had home runs today. Blue Jays, their GM Ross Atkins eliminated the uncertainty about John Gibbons' immediate future, declaring that Gibbons will finish out the 2018 season with his status for 2019 to be determined later. Sports.com/CA. So that probably means John will be fired tomorrow. You're always wary of those kind of pronouncements.
Right.
Yeah, I hope not. Got to see him at least for one last visit if that's all there's going to be. Here is Diaz. Andy Diaz will take the pitch for a strike. He's a designated hitter. Encarnacion is out, 10-day DL. They say not really a problem, almost more like a rest period for Encarnacion, who's having a great year with this ball club, adding to the numbers they're putting up in the middle. Encarnacion hitting .229, but he's got 25 homers and 81 runs batted in.
Yeah, and I think that little rest will probably serve him well going down the stretch here. Encarnacion, not a young man anymore, but still very productive and could be a huge piece because we talked about this Indians lineup. The top of the lineup pretty strong, but they need an extra bat for sure.
Cobb going for the outside part of the plate. None, won't get it. Diaz, the DH, flied out his first time up. Chris Sale also has gone on the 10-day DL, talking about giving guys a rest. Going to see a lot of that. It'll be a lot of stuff claimed about something's wrong and you go in the 10-day DL and all that kind of stuff. But in reality now, teams like the Red Sox, they're getting ready for the postseason, and what they're doing, they're going to choose when to rest some players, pitchers in particular, who have thrown a goodly number of innings. Sale's probably one of those. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Diaz, ooh, into the glove. Hello. Nice to see you, and you're out.
Well, listen, Cobb, a Gold Glove caliber pitcher for sure, and he was one of the finalists last season for the Gold Glove. And here, a comebacker, look out. Better be ready to field, and Cobb, quick reactions right there. Clearing that side out and down with the line drive. Yeah, it's in there, Alex.
The best part of that play was the flip. It just nonchalantly flipped it from the glove up to his bare hand. Oh, there's one. Yeah. And the pitch is taken outside. Alonso grounded out his first time up. 3-0 lead, Orioles. VR got the home run, 3rd inning. Ground ball to second base this time. Speaking of VR, he'll make the play. Alonso is retired. Cobb just very efficient. Hey, you can head to our Facebook. Enter for a chance to win a signed Adam Jones jersey. Brought to you by Security Plus Federal Credit Union. You can buy with pride with Maryland flag designed debit or credit cards exclusively from Security Plus. Adam expected to rejoin the ball club on Sunday night for the ball game in Toronto on Monday, which will require another change in the roster, of course, as he's on the bereavement list. Pitch taken for a strike. Cabrera, 2 down, nobody on. He grounded out first time. Cobb will tie a shoelace. We'll tell you about the wild card races. Well, in the American League, it's kind of settled down with the New York and Oakland holding the top 2 spots. Seattle's 3.5 out. That's about it. Nobody else really with a legitimate shot at the wild card in the American League. Not so for the National League. They got 6 teams within 5.5 games of having a wild card spot. Philly and Milwaukee hold it right now, but the Cardinals, one of the hottest teams in baseball, only a half game out of a wild card spot. Holy cow, as Harry would have said. And Colorado, they're a game out. The Dodgers are a game and a half out. And even Washington, 5.5 games out. Be a tough road to hoe with those teams in front of them, but they're all in contention for the wild card. Down the line in left field, Trey Mancini going over, and it is a foul ball.
Yeah, a lot of teams close in the National League, and I think just make it for better baseball. Obviously, pretty exciting time of year as the teams get bunched together, and that extra wild card just keeps a couple teams in there a little longer. The Nationals just hanging on by a thread, it seems, right now, and I think all year long everybody's kind of been waiting for that team to just take hold and run away with it, but it just hasn't happened.
No, it's been a roller coaster ride. Fouled off right at the plate. So Melky Cabrera hanging tough. Cabrera, good numbers lifetime against the Orioles with a .283 lifetime average. He has had 6 home runs against the O's in his career. Cabrera now one of the veterans on this ball club with the Indians. 2 ball 2 strike count. Cobb's delivery on the way, then a swing and a miss. He got him. So through 5 innings, Alex Cobb has faced the minimum number of hitters and given up only 1 single.
Cedric Bones laying down the beautiful bunt, 3-7-9 from home to first. That's some speed right there. Of course, the inning started with a Wins walk, and then VR cleaning up the third with a 3-run shot. Big home run right there. Alex Cobb, boy, is he staying sharp. But here, a bang-bang play gets Lindor at first base, and then the ground ball to Davis. How about the nice 3-6-3? 0.80 seconds on the exchange from Davis. Tim Beckham as well, 0.83, cleaning it up, and Cobb on a roll right now. Boy, what a ball game. 3-0 Orioles here. On into the top of the sixth. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Adam Pletko with a walk and 4 strikeouts. The starter for the Indians goes back to work, and he will get a strike. VR with a big blow in the ball game coming in the third inning, making up the 3-run homer. And the Orioles, that's it on the board for both teams. Sort of a replay of what happened last night, and Cleveland got the 2-run homer from Ramirez in the first inning, and that was it for them in the ball game. And the Orioles did not get on the board till late in the 8th inning. Pitch will be taken away. 1 ball, 2 strike count. The R to be followed by Mancini and Trumbo as the Orioles bat in the top of the 6th inning. The R will go after that one, foul it back. Letco has continued to try and keep the Oriole hitters off balance by the various speeds. Fastball's been 91 or 92 at the top, then that 80 changeup, and then a lot of stuff in between.
Yeah, well, he's been pretty efficient. I mean, not like Alex Cobb. Incredible numbers right there pitch wise. But the one tough inning, that third inning, we talked about it, the 3-run shot, a rare walk to a right-handed hitter by Pletko. The Orioles make him pay.
And the breaking ball will be taken down low. The R coming in had only 2 hits and 17 at bats against the Indians this year. The R getting his first career home run against Cleveland for that shot in the third inning. 2-2 delivery on the way, and he'll be over the top on that one. Strikeout number 5.
Looked like a little changeup, something 83 miles an hour. Take a look right here. A little movement there on the plate to get VR out in front. And the ability to mix it up. And we talked about he's got all 4 against the lefties, and they're getting him on a good change.
Trey Mancini in 0 for 2. Trey's got a 3-game hit streak going, and that pitch just missed everything.
Trey could have taken that one for the team, right?
All right. It's the old fishing story, the one that got away. Here's the 1-0 delivery on the way, and that's down low. Mancini's hit 9 of the last 10. He's had 7 RBIs, a couple of home runs in those 10 ball games. He and Mike Trumbo leading the ball club in average and RBIs for the month. And that's going to go to second. Ouch. Short hop. Kipnis, nice play. Kipnis records the out, and there are 2 down. Oriole fans, when the O's score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. Promo code Orioles5. Enjoy the quality pizza you have come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. Two down, nobody on. Mark Trumbo 0 for 2. He has popped out and struck out. And going for the outside corner will miss a little bit. Now the Orioles trying to stay away from the 100 loss column. They've got to go 27-13 over the remaining games in order not to lose 100 games this year. They're not going to catch the Mets, the modern day era 120 losses. That's not going to happen unless they lose every single ball game here. But the 100 loss season.
Yeah, that's still a tough one. Tough to take.
Yep. A 2-0 count on Mark Trumbo, and he'll go the inside out route and send a souvenir back upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, looking back on this year, at least to this point anyway, just the inconsistencies with everything. You know, the rotation, the bullpen's had its share of inconsistencies. Offensively, hasn't even come close to living up to what everybody kind of expected from this Oriole offense, and defensively, really a huge surprise that it hasn't been consistent.
Lindor will make the play, record the out, and a 1-2-3 inning there. So that's 3 consecutive clean innings thrown by Pletka. Orioles up 3-0. Ball at Masson is brought to you by University of Maryland Medical Center. Be a part of something greater. And by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, Maryland's largest writer of workers' compensation insurance. Really beautiful day. Breeze blowing in off the lake today, down there by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Cleveland Browns home stadium, formerly known as the Mistake by the Lake, when the baseball team used to play there, but refurbished and a really glorious football stadium. Here, Progressive Field, formerly known as the Jake, and a big house on hand for this one, and a 3-0 Orioles lead. Alex Cobb spinning a magnificent first 5 innings of the ball game. No walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, a Lindor single, and he just beat that out. And a minimum number of Cleveland Indians faced. Here is Kipnis, flied out his first time up, and the veteran will take the pitch inside for a ball. Bottom third of the order up against Cobb. That'll bounce a little bit on the plate. 2-0.
Cobb really been cruising through this ball game, command of everything right now, and keeping this Indians team guessing. And I think from the onset, after Lindor punched out on that split finger, a lot of quick ABs. Guy's not waiting around for that Cobb splitty.
That ball put up in the air to center. Cedric Mullins. He's got that one. He's had a fairly busy day out there, and 1 down. The Chicago White Sox coming to Oriole Park September 14 through 16. On Saturday, September 15, first 35,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles lightweight hoodie. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. Gomes will stand in, flied out to center field his first time up. 1 hit, 4 at bats so far. Yan Gomes, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and will take the pitch. 31-year-old veteran who has spent his time with the Cleveland Indians at the major league level since 2013. Originally a Red Sox pick back in 2008. Deep down in the rounds, though. 39th round draft pick. But he's made a pro career out of it.
Yeah, he's found a home here. They love him. A solid defensive catcher. Anything else with the bat gravy, and he's got 11 home runs this season.
In the air, left center field. Not going to catch that one. Cut it off, though. Cedric Mullins. That's the beauty of speed in center field. That should have been a double. Would have been in a lot of ballparks and a lot of center fielders, but not here.
Nicely done right there by Cedric Mullins, cutting that ball off. Gomes too many hard hit balls today against Cobb, but he gets on this one and smokes it out in that left center field gap. And you saw a great look right there. Had a quick first step, direct line to the baseball, and setting up and throwing a strike back into second base. Nice job by Mullins. Nice lineman right there by the Orioles defense as well.
So a single, the second hit for the Indians in the ball game. Comes on at first base. That'll bring Allen up. Greg Allen getting the start in center field. And the pitch will be taken away for a ball. Leonis Martin out with that strange viral infection, that mouth, hand, foot disease that's run through a few major league players, and he was in intensive care.
Oh yeah, he just got out of intensive care yesterday. So.
Yep. The manager, Terry Francona, a number of the players all went to visit on the day off to the hospital to go see him yesterday, and great news that he's on the recovery road. They miss their center fielder. Great job being done by Allen. More than a fill-in role at this point. Allen with that hit streak extended. Career high, 10 games, 379 during that streak. Couple of RBIs, 7 runs scored, and a great job down there in that number 9 spot in the order. Runner on first base, 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's a rocket to center, and that's a base hit. So the 2 hardest hit balls we've had in the game have come from the last 2 hitters.
Well, Allen waiting on a breaking ball right there and puts an A swing on it. Cobb, a terrible pitch. Allen just a perfect job of hitting. No leak, staying behind the baseball and spanking it right back through the box. It was a little tougher second time through the lineup. Indians hitters now aware of what Cobb's trying to do to him. Time him up just a hair better. Maybe just a change of pitch sequence. Back shutting down this offense.
So here's Lindor, leadoff batter. Each team now with 3 hits, 2 on, 1 out. Lindor's got one of the hits, an infield single. Cobb's delivery to him outside. Indians went 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position in the ball game last night. Only 3 chances in that game. 1-0 count. First rally they have had in the ball game. That's going to be down the line right field. That's a base hit. Making the turn will be Gomes. He'll score. Throw into the cutoff man, goes to third, Allen. And Cobb, as we've seen happen before, in the middle innings, something happens in the 5th and 6th, and the whole complexion of the ball game changes.
You got that right. One bad inning and some problems here. A little BP fastball, maybe the split finger that just stays up. Only about 86 miles an hour. And Lindor hooking it down that right field line. You see Indians able to push one across, but the double play is still in order for Cobb.
So Lindor gets the RBI and makes it a 3-1 ball game. This is how the Indians can generate some real offense. The bottom third of their order generally doesn't do much offensively, but when they do and become table setters, then you set the stage for the top of this order that is so tough.
Yeah, ridiculously dangerous with Lindor, Brantley, Ramirez up here.
Lindor's got his 76 run batted in. Allen at third, Lindor at first. Here's Brantley. Brantley is 0 for 2. Michael Brantley to center field. Runner's going to tag. It'll be deep enough. Coming in to score, Allen. Throw comes into second base, and it's a 1-run ball game. As Brantley picks up the sacrifice fly, RBI number 64.
Not having to do too much with that kind of speed over at third base. Allen scoring easily, and Brantley not wasting any time. An inside fastball that he stays inside up, puts the barrel up and plenty deep enough to Cedric Mullins. Fortunately, keeping Lindor right there at first.
So 2 down. Lindor at first. Again, great speed over there. We got Ramirez at the plate, the long ball hitter. Ramirez now tied for first in homers with Martinez at 37. He is third in RBIs, 5th in runs. He's had more go-ahead and more game-winning RBIs than anybody else in the American League. And he is an MVP candidate in the league. 2 away.
Absolutely. If you look at the total package, I mean, I would say the batting average, the home runs, but the stolen bases as well. I mean, just a well-rounded overall offensive player. A couple problems down there at third base here in this series, but offensively, oh goodness, not a lot better.
Lindor leaning. There he goes. Here's the throw down. Wins. Pretty good throw. And he got him. Perfect throw made. And the out recorded, leaving your leading home run hitter at the plate with a runner who was on, but Wins takes care of it. He has thrown out 6 of 14. And no question about that one. Page. These were headlines from Yankees.com. Stanton's home run so huge it brings rain. He hit a home run, the rain came, the game ended up being called, and the Yankees came away with the win. That's a big home run. And then Eric Hosmer homers off a fan's beer. Call stands. They argued there was interference. The ball actually landed like first row guy holding a beer. Hit the beer and went into the seats for a home run. And how about this? Rehearsals continue at the Meyerhoff's Symphony Hall. The Baltimore Symphony Orchestra preparing to leave 2-week tour. Britain, Scotland, Ireland. First time in 13 years. The Baltimore Symphony has gone international. What's that got to do with baseball? Everything. Because they're in Baltimore. Have a wonderful trip. And what a great honor for the city as they're going to be performing at some of the great halls in the world. Edinburgh to start, I believe, is part of it. They're going to go to Ireland as well. Great symphony orchestra in Baltimore.
Yeah, they're awesome. I've seen them a couple of times. July 4th.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Yep, and their lineup will soon be starting for the fall winter season. Chris Davis has struck out and popped out. Orioles lead now 3-2. Letko is held in. I mean, he's retired 11 in a row since giving up the home run by VR in the 3rd inning. And that gave the Indians a chance to get back in it. Someone will have to explain to me why Lindor, with 2 down by 1, leading home run RBI man in the league at the plate, tries to steal second.
Well, trying to get himself in the scoring position, Gary.
Well, with 2 down, you're going to go on contact at first base. You're in scoring position. I don't get it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh my gosh!
Listen, he's been caught stealing quite a few times
8
this
times.
season. Yes, yeah.
I don't. I mean, I know you're
It's
trying
risky.
to be aggressive and stuff, but gee. 3-ball, 2-strike count on Davis. Nunez and then Beckham to follow. Full shift on in the infield. Breeze continues to blow in from right field. That'll go to first base. Gloved. Alonso says, I got it. 1 down, 7th inning. Take a look at the upcoming schedule. The LifeBridge Health Sports Medicine Institute brings it. Turn to Cal's team for concussion and orthopedic care together. To schedule an appointment, call 410-601-PLAY.
Of course, cleaning up this 3-game set here in Cleveland tomorrow afternoon at 1, then off to Toronto. A couple night games Monday and Tuesday, and then a 12:30 businessman special on Wednesday.
Nunez has doubled and struck out. One away here in the 7th inning. 1-run ball game last night. Of course, the Indians 17-16 in 1-run games, and the Orioles 11-23 in 1-run ball games on the year. Here, 3-2-0s. Pitch on the way and a towering pop-up. Infield variety right at second base. Who wants it? Second baseman. Look at the wind blow that thing in. Kipnis ended up having a long run.
Everybody on the infield said, okay, go ahead. It's all yours, man. Nobody wanted that one. And that wind pushed it back hard. Concentration right there by the veteran second baseman.
Kipnis getting a little what for from Lindor, the shortstop. Lindor was hollering louder than anybody. It's yours. It's yours.
You got it. You got it.
You got it. I know you can do it. 2 down, and here is Beckham. Couple of fly ball outs, 1 to left and 1 to center for Tim. Pitch will be on the corner for a strike. Pletka won his first 3 starts of the year back in May when he got called up, then ran into problems, sent back down. And as we said, he has not started since June 30. 2 relief appearances in July with the big club. Came up, worked, and then got sent right back down. That will be a high strike call, and Beckham quickly in the hole as the 90-mile-an-hour pitch makes it 0-2.
Well, it's been pretty impressive. Much like David Hess, giving up a 2-run shot in the first inning and settling in and eating up 6 strong innings for the Orioles in yesterday's ball game. Pletka all behind the 8 ball with that 3-run blast, but it's been impressive how he settled in and just continues to mix up his pitches, work the corners, and not really falter from his game plan. Yeah, pretty good job right here.
His 4-2 record this year is also his major league record. 4-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Beckham. 2 down, bases empty. One two on the way. That'll be buried in the dirt and all the way to the backstop. Cleveland on the month, they are 12-3. They are tied with the Red Sox for the best record this month. Orioles 4-11 here in the month of August. 2-2 and foul tipped into the mitt for the strikeout. 6 strikeouts, 7th inning stretch time here in Cleveland. 3-2-0s. Coming up, they wrap up the series against the Indians. Jeffrey Ramirez will take the mound against Mike Clevenger. Our coverage on Masson begins at 12:30. O's Extra, presented by Ford. Game coverage at 1. All the access you need right here on Masson. Orioles trying to make it a rubber match tomorrow. They are up 3-2. There's the line as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 2 starters dominating. Cobb, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Plutko, the emergency starter, called up today, AAA. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And we see the Indians bat here, middle of the order, Ramirez against Cobb. And the pitch there for a strike. Ramirez, great year last year. He's 25 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. For the Indians last year, broke through with a .312 season. He had 76 RBIs, 11 home runs in 16. And then last year, 29 home runs and 83 RBIs. And now he's upping that again this year. Pitch on the way, and a strike in the outside corner, well located. He didn't think so. Turns to Nick Lentz, the home plate umpire.
I didn't like the height of that one. I say it might be a little bit low. Got to go to work.
1-2 and a breaking ball taken inside. Two ball, 2 strike count.
Oh, Cobb, even with that tough inning, gave up a couple runs last inning. Still incredibly efficient with the pitch count. Only 66 thrown.
And that'll be taken away. Ramirez, good cause for the community. Joined up for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland with a coffee company. Have a Jose blend. And the money goes to the Boys and Girls Club. So if you're in Cleveland and you see Jose coffee, support the Boys and Girls Club.
Man, I want to try some of that. It's got some pop, man. Yeah. That's some good coffee.
You might want to order that from room service tomorrow.
Right.
The 3-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. You got to tell the story. It's okay. We don't have to name the hotel. Tell us about ordering breakfast.
No, I'm not going to do that. Come on,
you ordered breakfast from room service. It's a funny story.
Well, you know, I didn't get any toast. I ordered a little wheat toast to go with my omelet, and that didn't show up. So, you know, I didn't call anybody or make a fuss, and took a bite of my omelet, and the paper was still on the cheese and the omelet. That didn't taste very good, so I threw half the omelet away.
I mean, life on the road it's glorious. It's living the life of the billionaire. So we're kidding Mike. We told Mike tomorrow all of us on the crew are going to be ordering. We're going to ask for an omelet with paper on the cheese and no toast. I love it. Well, that's a dangerous walk right there.
Right. Well, It was a dangerous walk. A good at bat by Ramirez, but I will say this: if the Orioles win this game, then I'm going to have to order the same breakfast I had today.
You still got the other half waiting for you back at the hotel, and it's fresh because the paper's still on the cheese. Here is Diaz. So the Indians threaten here in the 7th inning a leadoff walk, the first surrendered. Now, obviously, Cobb being very careful with the home run leader Ramirez on that at bat. Diaz 0 for 2. He's lined out, flied out, and he'll get jammed on a foul ball.
Cobb, nice job here after that walk, getting ahead, staying aggressive in the zone. And either way here, and Ramirez, you know, we're talking about Lindor with the speed. He's as good a base stealer as there is on this Indians team, so he better be heads up over there.
Pitch on the way. Wow. Talk about getting eaten up by a pitch. Almost knocked him over.
Yeah. Well, as Alex Cobb split finger back, I think this might answer it. How about the movement here? Tying Diaz all up. 2 strikes, and he's trying to protect, and this thing works hard in on the hands. But that half underwater swing right there. Beautiful pitch by Cobb. Big first out.
3 strikeouts in the ball game for Alex. He's gotten Alonso on a couple of ground balls to second base. Alonso's now 0 for 7 lifetime against Cobb. And he is 0 for 6 in the first 2 games here. Again, that throw over for what Mike was talking about. Keep Ramirez tight to the bag. Just a 1-run ball game and only 1 down. He would like to get in scoring position if he thought he could get a jump here, which is not easy to do against Cobb. Runner not going, and the breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop made by Wynn.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just a matter of picking your pitch. Now Cobb obviously very quick to the plate. Austin Wynn's already thrown out a runner trying to steal in this ball game, but the split finger that he tends to keep down in the zone, the curveball. And there are times when a good base stealer, even a poor base stealer, when they take their lead off first base, they'll try to peek in and catch a catcher signal. And if they see more fingers than the one, then they may be off and running.
1-0 delivery on the way, foul back. Ramirez tied with D. Gordon of Seattle for the lead in stolen bases in the league with 27. Hasn't extended his lead over there, though, and that's because Cobb has made some good quick throws to hold him to a reasonable lead from Cobb's point of view. 1 down, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th inning. Again, that lead not any bigger than he's had, and Cobb will make sure of it.
Cobb just continues to work that pickoff play. Shut him down. Could get into his head, and he hasn't extended the lead or even looked antsy thinking about stealing a base, but still better to be safe than sorry.
1-1 delivery on the way. That's hit hard. That's going to be a base hit to right. He's going to make the turn and go to third. Up with a throw. Gentry all the way through. Not in time. Big hit by Alonso and fine base running by Ramirez.
Well, showing the speed. Didn't have to steal a base right there. Just hustle in the first and third. A hard hit ball to right field, and Gentry with a strong arm. Take a look. It gets out to him in a hurry. Take a look at Ramirez. There's a secondary. Doesn't break stride, and boom, he's in top speed right on the get-go. Gentry up and throwing. Good throw right there, but speed wins that. And the Indians in a first and third situation.
Raja Davis talking about speed has come on to run for Alonso. So Raja Davis, the pinch runner, first and third, 1 out. Cobb's hope here, of course, ground ball double play in the inning. Cleveland's hope anything that will get Ramirez in from third base. Hit number 5. Indians out hitting the Orioles now 5-3 in the game. Runners off first and third. Ball towards second base. There's one. There's the relay, and they get it done. And it only took one more pitch. So a big chance for Cleveland is eliminated here in the 7th inning. First and third, 1 down, and a 4-6-3 double play.
Strong innings, only 3 hits allowed, and he gave up the 3 earned runs. You have a 3-run shot by VR back in the 3rd inning, and he settled in and threw a gem, keeping his team right in at 6 punch-outs. He's going to give way to the bullpen. Look who's coming out. Neil Ramirez, 36th appearance for the Indians pen, a 4.40 earned run average with 37 punch-outs and 30 2/3 innings of work. It's hitting .221. Righties up to .243, but completely controlling the lefties at .179 batting average. Picking up the 8 long balls, though, in his time.
So Ramirez will come on, and we'll take a look at our Ram do-ups, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer, or log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Gentry wins, and Mullins against the veteran 29-year-old right-hander out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, Neil Ramirez. So Raja Davis will stay in and play in center field. Allen will go to right field, and Gonzalez comes on to play at first base. Still a 1-run ball game, and the pitch will be in the outside corner for a strike. And the Orioles will try desperately to add to that lead. Gentry has lined out and flied out. Orioles bat in the 8th inning of another tough ball game, just like last night. And the pitch will be taken up high.
Absolutely nice to get be able to get Gentry's speed on here late in the ball game. Big time stolen base threat. Picked up a stolen base in last night's ball game. Heater right there, 94 miles an hour down and away, tough to get to. Gentry, who's made some good contact here in this ball game, and before he actually went on the disabled list with a broken rib, he started to really pick up his swing. Had a couple good months, May and into June, where he was making some good hard contact.
2-2, delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss. Well, before Pletko left, he'd retired 14 in a row, so it's up to 15 now.
Nasty slider right there. Nice group of pitches down and away to Gentry. After a heater at 94, follows it up with that good finishing pitch, the slider.
That'll bring Wins to the plate. Big walk back in the 3rd inning. Scored on the home run by VR. He and Mullins were both on. Mullins had the bunt single. Orioles have not had a hit since that home run. In fact, they've not had a base runner since that home run came in the 3rd inning. And the pitch, a fastball on the outside corner. Neil Ramirez signed as a minor league free agent in 2017 in November. He graduated from Kempsville High School, Kempsville, Virginia. That'll be fouled back and out of play. He was the Virginia Baseball Player of the Year back in 2007. Played with the Maryland Orioles in the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League. 0-2 count. Wins will take the fastball. It'll be up high. Just showed him a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that time.
Yeah, changing the eye levels a little bit.
Ramirez making his first appearance against the Orioles in his career. 1-2, delivery on the way. A little heat. Bloop second. Back. Nice running catch. Kepnes going back. Times it perfectly for the out.
Wow. A play right there. Talk about pursuit angles. Right off the bat, he got the jump and the read, and he flags this one down like a wide receiver. A beautiful play right there, and a last effort lunge and reach. And he comes down with it. Ramirez, of course, loving the D on the end. 2 outs now here in the 8th.
So Wins denied a chance at a loop single. 2 away. Mullins bunt single. 1 for 3 in the ball game. 1 for 7 in the first 2 games of this series. The R's home run counting for all 3 for the Orioles. RBI single by Lindor in the 6th. Sac fly by Brantley in the 6th. The 2 for Cleveland. That one whipsawed right field, going back, warning track, checking at the wall, looking up and jumping, and goodbye home run. Wow. A line drive that ends up going into the wind, but he kept it so low the wind never had a chance to shoot it back. And a big home run picked up by Mullins.
Yeah, looking for some insurance runs. Didn't expect the long ball from Cedric Mullins, but boy, has he been short and quick on some inside pitches, picking up his first career big league home run. And perfect timing on that long ball.
It's the kind of power that the Orioles organization has seen out of him at the minor league levels. And that jumped out of here to increase the lead to 4-2. So the Orioles get it right back. And here's our Ford drive of the game.
Now 2 down, and Cedric Mullins looking to just get on base, and he is short and direct to the baseball, and this is a backspun home run, getting out of here in a hurry, cutting the wind and giving the O's a 2-run lead.
So hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. So there's numero uno, another first for the rookie. Cedric Mullins with a home run, 2 for 4 ball game. Top 2 in the order now have delivered the runs on the long ball. 3-run homer by Villar is at the plate right now. He was going for another one. Foul tipped that one into the mitt, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So both Letko, the starter, and Ramirez out of the pen have surrendered home runs to the Orioles. And a 1-ball 2-strike count on Villar. And that one will bounce, almost hit him on the back foot.
Hard slider right there. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Mullins. It's nice to see that kind of ability to lay a bunt down for a base knock, and then of course drive one out. Big ball right there, up over 380, 390 feet, right center field.
2-ball 2-strike delivery on the way. They will officially give him 408 feet.
All right.
On the home run.
It is a big ball.
And the time it took to get out of here, the old split second routine. 3-ball 2-strike count on Villar. And he'll go the other way and foul it off. So it keeps the at-bat alive. At AAA this year for Cedric Mullins, he had 11 home runs, 76 runs scored, 46 RBIs, 108 games, AA Bowie and at AAA Norfolk. Those are combined numbers, 11 homers. And that one punched the same way, foul. Count stays at 3-2.
Now Villar showing he's going to be aggressive up there at the top of the zone and keeping this AB going. Just able to foul off a couple heavy fastballs up there, 95 miles an hour.
3-ball 2-strike count. Orioles up by 2. And he crunches one. That's the other way foul. Another line drive shot. It wasn't fouled by that much. Going into the seats down the line by the foul pole.
Trying to flip in that 3-2 breaking ball. But Villar seems like he's ready for everything right now.
3-2 delivery again. And he'll draw a walk. So real good patience and a quality at bat, as the Orioles have drawn only 2 walks in the ball game. Villar gets that one and keeps the inning alive with 2 down. Trey Mancini will get an opportunity.
Well, these are the good kind of opportunities here. You have some quality ABs, you work a walk, and of course one of the hotter hitters coming up behind you. And that's the way the Orioles have been working it here recently.
Mancini with a runner at first, 2 outs. Villar back to the bag. So the Orioles, with the 2 home runs they've hit in this ball game, now have picked up 5 against the Indians in 6 games. And Trey Mancini pumps it back to the seats. Oliver Perez is ready in the bullpen for Cleveland. Alex Cobb, the benefactor of these runs. Orioles starters gone the distance. Didn't give anything up until the 6th inning. That faced the minimum number of hitters in 5 1/3 innings.
way Alex Cobb's been throwing here his last 5-6 starts, even a few more before that. I would say maybe his last 8 or 10 starts. You can just tell that he's starting to get back to his original form here. Seen a couple years ago, and the hopes that the Orioles had when they locked him up here in spring training starting to come to fruition a little bit, at least from that comfort standpoint, knowing you got a quality arm in your rotation. I mean, it's been a nice stretch here for Cobb, and you could tell big time confidence in all 3 pitches.
2.17 ERA, 2.17 in his last 6, not counting today. Almost a pitch out on that last pitch. That's not, but it's away. They were concerned about VR taking off, and Gomes set up about 2 feet outside in the other batter's box. Runner did not go, and a 2-ball 1-strike count at Mancini. So Trey gets the advantage of the giveaway pitch on that one away. 2-1. VR takes off, and a stolen base as he goes in. Gomes could not come up with it cleanly. So down to second base, and the Orioles get another chance here in the 8th inning with 2 down.
There are some good speed. Very athletic player here. We're starting to really see it as he loosens up in an Orioles uniform. I stole a base right there with the 2 outs. And this would be a huge tack-on run. Mancini can come up with a big knock. 16 stolen bases this year.
The is 2 for 2 since joining the Orioles in stealing bases. Trey Mancini will take the pitch outside. So Neil Ramirez on in relief, got a couple of quick outs. And Mullins with a home run, fine walk on a long at bat by VR, and now the stolen base. Let's put him in scoring position. And Trey Mancini with an RBI opportunity on a base hit. That'll go down the line in right field, and that will be foul.
Tough pitch right there, borderline, right on the edge, a little too close to take. Mancini's so tough to pitch to when he starts locking in, and he has been locked in for sure. Just the ability to cover the whole plate and then some, both inside and out, can be as frustrating an at bat for any pitcher in the game.
11 RBIs in August for Trey. Step off. Runner will go back to the bag. Trey second to Mark Trumbo this month. Mark with 14 runs batted in. 3-ball 2-strike count. There are 2 down. Orioles adding a big run here in the 8th inning. Pitch on the way, and he went upstairs and got it. So the strikeout call. The Orioles will pick up a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Career number 1 at the major league level. Cedric Mullins blasting one here in Cleveland. The Orioles are up by 2. And enjoy WWE Birdland Mania. It'll be at Oriole Park on Wednesday, September 19. Orioles hosting the Blue Jays. You can choose between 2 special ticket packages with both options, including a Birdland Mania bobblehead. So the Orioles up by 2 after losing 2-1 in the ball game last night. The Indians getting their 2 runs in the 6th inning. For Alex Cobb, his longest outing. There's Joey Rickards come on to play left for Trey Mancini. Cobb's longest outing has been this year 7 innings. 5 times he has done that. So he is going to try and extend that as he works into the 8th inning. And the pitch will be taken away. He gets the bottom third of the order with Kipnis, Gomes, Due-Up, and Allen. And he'll catch the inside corner for a strike. Kipnis has flied out twice.
Well, Cobb a lot of tough innings here in this ball game.
Right back into the glove on the comebacker.
So very pitch efficient. I'll tell you, he's had some quick innings helped out by the Oriole defense. A couple big double plays in this ball game as well, and still good command of everything. Nice quick out right there.
About as efficient a game as we've seen any Oriole pitcher throw. Perhaps the most efficient in terms of pitches thrown. 55 strikes, 25 balls in the air to center. So Cleveland swinging away on these first pitches, and Gomes is retired, and 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Jim Thome Day honored with his number retired before the ball game. The Orioles trying to put away a W. 2 down, nobody on. Allen a base hit, a run scored in the 6th inning. He is 1 for 2. He's continued his hit streak to 11 games. He'll try and get on with 2 down. Indians great chance in the 7th inning. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. And Cobb got that ground ball double play off Melky Cabrera's bat in the inning. And quickly Allen. And on the count 0-1. Trying to turn the order over with Lindor on deck. Fouls that one into the seats the other way.
Maybe his best fastball of the game right there, velocity wise. 94 miles an hour. He's been working 90-92 all game long, and he wanted a punch out right there. Wanted to freeze him up on the inside corner. Cut it loose at 94.
0-2 delivery on the way, and that one's going to be fouled back as well. Otero joined by Allen in the bullpen for the Indians. Their starter, Pletko. 7 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, all coming on the home run by Villar in the 3rd inning. Did not give up another hit after that. Then the Orioles got to Ramirez in that 8th inning for the Mullins home run. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Fry in case they want to go lefty-lefty situation. A lot of that in this lineup with all the switch hitters and natural left-handed batters. 1-2. Greg Allen to short. Beckham had to wait a little bit, hustles and gets it over as Davis stretches to get it. So Cobb's retired the side in order, his longest outing, and a great start. Sets him down. Orioles up by 2. date in history. And for the Orioles, in 2016, the Orioles beat the Astros 13-5, 2 home runs each. J.J. Hardy and Chris Davis, and Young Soo Kim had 4 hits in that ball game. And even more recent vintage was 2017. Manny had 3 home runs against the Angels, including a walk-off grand slam homer just a year ago. This date, Major League history.
Dan Otero now coming in out of the Indians bullpen, 46th appearance, 5.56 earned run average. Hitting around a little bit, 33 punch outs in 43 2/3. Not an overpowering pitcher at all. Got all 4. Works about 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's hitting 275 overall. Righty's down to 225, but how about the lefties? A 358 clip, giving up the 8 long balls as well.
So Otero on for Neil Ramirez, who worked an inning, a run and a hit with a walk and 2 strikeouts for Ramirez. 9th inning, 4-2 lead, 4-4-0 for the Orioles, 2-5-0 for the Indians. Not a lot of base runners. Orioles have left 2. Cleveland's left 1. It was in the 7th inning. Pitch taken for a strike. Mark Trumbo. Givens up in the bullpen for the Orioles. Trumbo's gone 0 for 3. Strikeout, pop out, ground out. Davis Nunez due up top of the 9th inning. Otero's delivery off the end of the bat to right field. Allen moves over. MLB at Bat, your #1 Orioles app. Customize your experience to catch every moment of the season. Customize your Orioles home screen icon. Features MLB.tv game of the day, pitch tracking, highlights, live radio broadcasts, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Chris Davis, an 0 for 3, 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. Dan Otero, 33-year-old. From Bellevue, Washington, where he lives now. Grew up in Miami. Veteran pitcher, acquired by the Indians from Philadelphia for cash in December. Otero has pitched a lot of minor league games, was with Oakland on and off for 3 years. Now the Indians. Little underhanded pitch to him, out recorded. Gonzalez makes the flip from first base. 2 down. Cleveland will have the top of the order coming up. Bottom of the 9th. Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez.
Tough bats, obviously, coming up. And of course, the Orioles would love to have a little 2-out lightning right now, but Otero doing a nice job. A couple quick outs.
Renato Nunez. 2 down, nobody on. Nunez a double. 1 for 3 in the ball game, 1 for 5 in the first 2. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. We've seen a couple of very similar games here in the first 2. They've been pitching duels. Teams getting runs in an inning and then trying to make it hold up. They are, after he got the home run in the 3rd, Orioles went down against Letgo 14 in a row. And then finally able to get back on the board in the 8th inning. Orioles went without a hit from the home run by VR in the 3rd inning until they got the home run by Cedric Mullins in the 8th inning. Nunez, a 1-2 delivery and a chopper. This should be a base hit. It will stay in the grass, stay fair, and an infield single. So Nunez, a 2 for 4 ball game, will keep the inning alive here with the infield hit.
Oh yeah, when you're hot, you're hot, and he's been swinging the bat well. Why not? Probably lined out a couple times this season. There, Ramirez in, no chance at throwing him out at first place, hoping the grass will push that one into foul territory, but no. 2 hits for Nunez.
So Nunez takes over the lead for hits in August for the Orioles. Jace Peterson will pinch run for him. Well, let's see if the Orioles can take advantage of it. 1 on, 2 down. Beckham. And Otero will keep an eye, obviously, on Peterson. He fakes a go, and the strike taken on the inside corner. Peterson 9 out of 12 stealing bases. Beckham has had an 0 for 3 in the ball game, 1 for 7 in the series. Got a pretty good jump not going on that first pitch. Jammed him. 0-2.
Montero, a nice little two-seam fastball. Working in there is the sinker. And good location last 2 pitches. Get ahead, take full advantage of this count on Beckham.
0-2 count, 2 down. Infield, outfield, shaded, playing him to pull. Big gap, right center. 0-2 delivery on the way, and Beckham will go off to heat upstairs. So Otero will get the strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Orioles after a win, Cobb after a complete game. Looking for a complete game. Now, he has not had a complete game since 2013. In 2012, he had 2 complete games with Tampa Bay. The next year, 2013, he had 1 complete game. He's not had one since, nor had he had one before. So he's got 3 complete games in his career, and he's going for a 4th in the efficiency performance of the year for an Orioles starter.
I mean, it's been impressive, and really had 1 inning where he had to max out, throw a lot of pitches, but still incredibly efficient. 87 pitches to this point in the ball game.
And a tough part of the order, as we said. Lindor. Peterson stays in the ball game to play at third base for Nunez. Lindor, base hit. Last time up, he's had 2 singles, 2 for 3. Cobb able to get that pitch in there for a strike. Francisco Lindor, their leadoff batter, down on the count here 0-2, hitting at .293. Lindor will take one down low. It's not been so much about the velocity for Cobb today as it has been location.
You got that right. Location and mixing up pitches. Austin Wentz and he are on the same page, and just keeping the hitters off balance. The Splitty obviously coming up big again. Just missing with that one.
They want to check, but didn't go around. So Lindor gets the count at 2-2. Obviously, that home run by Mullins, 8th inning, just a big hit to increase that lead to 2. Lindor shatters the bat. Second base. Villar's got to make another play, and he does again. What a series he's having at second base.
I love it. Beautiful play right there, and I think what I liked about this play best, Alex Cobb, how about the effort right here? Trying to do it on his own, the diving attempt, but then VR in the background sets his feet and throws a strike to Davis. Didn't have to get too fancy with that play. Makes it a fundamentally sound play. Nice job by VR. We've seen the athleticism, but they're breaking it down and getting the first out.
One down here in the ninth inning. That'll bring Brantley up. RBI, sac fly. 0 for 2 officially. Now 1 for 9 lifetime against Cobb. First outing against the Indians this year. 3-2 lifetime for Cobb against Cleveland. 0-1 ground ball, first base. Davis there, plays a hop. Cobb over, he got it. And there are 2 down here in the ninth inning. Orioles baseball on Masson, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by American Standard. Find your local independent American Standard heating and air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com. So the Orioles trying to win their second in 6 against Cleveland. 1 out away from doing it. And for Cobb, after just his 4th complete game of his career. And he's got Ramirez up. 0 for 2 and a walk in the ball game. Ramirez will take the pitch outside for a ball. 95 pitches, trying to throw a complete game under 100 pitches. Pitch will be taken down low. 66 strikes, only 30 balls from Cobb in the ball game. 1 walk. That was to Ramirez, and that was an at bat in the 7th inning where it was a 1-run game, and he was very careful. He has struck out 3. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be outside. Diaz, the DH, hoping for an at bat if Ramirez can keep the 9th inning alive. Be taking all the way, and it is a strike. Ramirez just trying to get on. Get the potential tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Sellout crowd of 35,007. Their 8th sellout of the year. 3-1 pitch on the way, and whoa, mercy, what a breaking ball. 3-2.
Beautiful pitch right there. 3-1. The confidence he's got in his secondary pitches right now, incredible. Anytime in the count, and really that's the big time separator for Cobb here recently.
That'll go to short. Beckham on the backhand. He'll make the throw, and that's the ball game. A complete game win for Cobb. Gets it done as efficiently as possible. 100 pitches thrown in the ball game, and here in the 9th inning, with Ramirez retired, he sets him down in order. What a performance.
Wow. You know, that's fun to watch, and it's been fun really to watch Alex Cobb kind of get back to himself. One of the top righties in the game here a couple years ago. Unfortunately, Tommy John surgery, and had to really work his way back. Now last year he had some success with just a fastball curve combination, and the Orioles taking a chance that splitty would come back this season. Took a little while, but it did. Now a quality 3-pitch mix, and he has been on some kind of roll. 5th quality start in a row. And how about came into this game with back-to-back 7-inning starts. And how about this cherry on top with a complete game? What an effort by Cobb.
So Cobb will get the win. He's 4-15 on the year. Pletka takes the loss. The Cleveland starter in an emergency start called up today. 4-3. Orioles do it all on home runs, with VR getting the 3rd inning 3-run shot, 9th of the year, 3rd as an Oriole, and Mullins adding that 4th run in the 8th inning on his 1st major league career home run. And there's your final line in this one, with the Orioles winning it by a score of 4-2.
Well, pretty exciting ball game to say the least. Both starting pitchers really bearing down and throwing a gem. It was fun to watch, and it's fun to watch big league pitchers not just rearing back and trying to throw 100 miles an hour, but actually pitch through a ball game. Pletka with the Indians was pretty impressive himself. Aside from that 3-run home run by VR in the 3rd inning, I mean, it was a pitcher's battle all the way through, and Cobb just coming out on top. Just a fun all-around game, and of course when the Orioles play some solid defense, helped him out with a couple double play balls here today, and the timely hit came from VR back in the 3rd.
So the Orioles get the victory. They set up the rubber match for Game 3 in the final outing against the Cleveland Indians in the season series tomorrow. Orioles 37-86. The Indians now 70-52 on the year, with a victory picked up here in the ball game today. And as the Orioles have done all season, when they have been able to get the wins, it's the home run that really matters. I mean, the Orioles just seemingly got to get at least that one, generally two. If they can get a couple of home runs in a ball game, then they've probably got a real shot at winning.
Well, it's nice to see. Obviously, VR hit a bomb out back at home on Utah Street, and I think he's starting to settle in a little bit, playing a very sound defense, and that, of course, is going to carry over. Feeling good offensively as well. A couple real nice swings here in this series. That was a huge 3-run home run, but how about the way the inning was set up? Austin wins with a great at bat, drawing a walk off a pitcher that had one walk against 85 at bats against righties. So nice job by Wins. And then, of course, the bunt by Mullins, and we're seeing so many special things out of that young center fielder. Not only the defense.